guys, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So what you will need is 2 fabric that measures 12 inch by 22 inch. And you also want to need some interfacing. And I purchased mine from Amazon, but you can get it from the craft store as well. And so with this fabric, the more thinner the fabric is, guys, you're gonna need a thicker interfacing. But if the fabric's thick, you don't need a thicker interfacing. It's fine, because you want it to be sturdy enough to be able to put all your accessories in and be able to hold that strong in there. This is a medium weight interfacing. So what I did was double up on it. I just put 2 interfacing on there, or 3 of them. The more interfacing, of course, the stiffer it's gonna get, basically. So I used 2 interfacing for this, guys. Okay, so if you want, you can get yourself a heavy one, a more stronger, sturdy one than the medium size. So what you're gonna do is, like, once again, 2 fabrics you're gonna need, and then you're gonna need interfacing that measure the same measurement, 12 inch by 22 inch. Okay, and then you're gonna put that on top of the outer fabric. This is my outer fabric, and this is my inner fabric. Okay, so I already did it ahead of time, guys, and I already ironed it out. You're gonna iron your interfacing on top of your outer fabric, like so. Cut that out, guys, cut it out, and then just go ahead and iron that down on there. Really good, guys. Okay, get that in there, and that's how I end up getting mine. Is already done. I did a step ahead. So, and make sure you iron your fabrics before you put any interfacing on it too, guys. Make sure that fabrics are extra smooth, so you have a smooth fabric and everything is cut out evenly. Okay, so, and then you iron on your interfacing after you finish. So once you do that, you have 2 of your fabrics. You should have the inside and then the outer fabric. Okay, so once you have that, guys, we are going to flip the outer fabric. Okay, we're gonna turn it over. We're gonna face both of the fabric together, facing each other. Okay, together like that. Make sure it's even, guys, and make sure everything is lining up, guys. Okay, and then we're gonna sew. We're gonna leave about 7 inch, I would say, 7 inch gap right here. We're gonna sew all the way around, all the way around, all the way here. Okay, okay, guys, you should have it all sewn around, guys. Okay, cut these corners. Let's go ahead and flip this inside out. Make sure you push all those corners out. Now we're gonna iron this fabric, and make sure when you iron it out, we fold it down like this, guys. Fold it down like that, so you can be able to iron that out. Want to line up with everything, guys. Okay, and then you're gonna be ironing that out. You're gonna be ironing all the way around, guys, all the way around until this material is completely flat. Okay, so once you do that, and sew all the way around, guys. Okay, and then we get to the next step. Now you should have it all sewn all the way around, guys. So the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this over and be folding this over like that. And we're gonna fold it about 4.5 inch, guys. From this end, 4.5 inch, we're gonna fold it over. Okay, and the same thing for this as well. Can you press it with your hands firmly to the bottom? You're just gonna try to mark this spot right here, because we're gonna be sewing some Velcro on in here and in the back. So I just want to keep that that in position, that place where we marked 4.5 inch. You can iron it out, guys. Let's go ahead and take that off, and we're gonna be putting some Velcro. So you're gonna need some Velcro that measures 4 inch, and then we're gonna be placing them right here. We're gonna be sewing down, going all the way around, guys. We're gonna sew that in place. The other side, we're gonna flip it over on this side here, and we're gonna be putting our other Velcro right there. So basically just pull it over so you can match it up. You can see exactly where you need to put that. See, and we're gonna put it right there, guys. Okay, and we're gonna sew all the way around here like that. So go ahead and sew these around, guys. Both of them all the way around, guys. Lock that in there and make sure you're not sewing this on there too. Make sure you, when you sew it, make sure it's open out like this, all the way out. Open it up like that, and then you sew this on there, and then you sew this on there, okay? Once we finish with that, I get to the next step. Okay, guys, you should now have Velcro on there, guys. One should be in the front here, and another one should be in the back here. Let's go ahead and put that aside. And so we're gonna be needing another fabric, which measure 2.5 inch by 7 inch. This is for the keys, where you can strap the keys in. And how we're gonna do this is, once again, you get your fabric, and then you're gonna get interfacing, and then you're gonna be putting some interfacing on there. Cut the same interfacing, the same size as the fabric, and then iron it on there, guys, okay? And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be folding this in half, guys, okay? The half that we crease in there that we're gonna iron, you can iron it out, guys, to make sure the crease gets in there really good, all right? And once you finish doing that, you're gonna open it up, and then you're gonna fold it again on that crease that fold that we did in the middle, in the center. Make sure you don't go over the center. We're gonna fold it like that, and then we're gonna iron it, okay, all the way down on there. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the other side and fold it in half like that. Make sure they're not going over the line. Make sure they're like right in between like that, guys, okay? And then you're gonna iron that out again all the way down, right? And then we're gonna fold this one more time like this, in half like that, guys, okay? And iron it out. And then that's how you're gonna have your strap. And then what we're gonna do is pin these in place, and then we're gonna be sewing all the way at the top here, and then the bottom straight across, okay? And then we get back to the next step. Okay, guys, now you should have that sewn on both sides, guys, okay? And so the next thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need a keychain ring. And then you're gonna get your keychain ring, and then you're gonna just slide it in there. You're gonna fold it over like that, and then we're gonna sew right here. Should that be sewn? We're gonna be putting this in place, okay? So let's go ahead and put this in place. Let's go ahead and put it in this corner here with the Velcro. That's sitting there, and we're gonna put it right in between the Velcro, right at the top here. So go ahead and sew right here and lock it in there, guys. And then we get to the next step, okay? So make sure you don't sew it together, guys. Make sure it's not together. Make sure you sew it on this line right here. Okay, guys, now you should have your strap sewn on there. So let's go ahead and about an inch, I would say about an inch in, that's where you're gonna be sewing down. Yep, about an inch in. And what helps is just, you can sew right by the Velcro. And I'm gonna put a mark right there. And so you're gonna be sewing down. Yeah, just stick right by the Velcro, guys. And that's where you're gonna be sewing that line right there. And then you're gonna do the same thing for this side. You're gonna mark it about an inch. Okay, guys? And so those two lines that you mark, go ahead and sew that down there and sew that down onto there. And we're gonna lock that in there. And then we get back to the next step. Guys, you should now have the two corners sewed in, okay? Sewed in there. Should now look like that, and this the other side section should look like that. Now they both should look like that, guys, okay? So let's go ahead and put our products in place, what we want in our purse organizer, okay, guys? Let's go ahead and we're gonna measure this down. We're gonna measure all this product down. So I always like to leave about half an inch, some room, about half an inch room for each and every product. That way it don't be so tight. And plus these products are a little bulky, so you need more, you're gonna need more room inside of it, guys. So the more bulky the product is, you're gonna have to spread it out even more, the pocket. So this is for our deodorant. And so I'm going to move this over, and let me move this out of the way, and then I'm gonna put about, I'm gonna mark it, guys. I'm just gonna just keep it in place, and then mark it down like so. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it down, and then we have our mascara. It goes right there, and then we're just gonna mark that down there too as well. Once again, 1/2 inch from these pockets. Just add another 1/2 inch to it, guys. And like I said, we'll straighten up these lines, perfect the lines. We take everything off, and then we can be able to straighten up the lines. We just kind of, just a rough draft to see where exactly our stuff need to go. These off of here. Okay. And then now we can see a mark a little better. So let's go ahead and straighten these out, just in case you need to straighten the lines. Go ahead and straighten out even better. Make sure these lines are even. So go back over the lines that you mark, guys, just to make sure it's in there, and that you get a good, you can see it, so you can be able to sew down these lines. All right, guys, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna sew all the way down these lines that you marked, okay? Go ahead and sew every single line, all of it down, okay? And then afterward, go ahead and put our products in here, and it should be ready. All right, guys, so everything should be sewn down in place. Last but not least, let's go ahead and sew. I should have told you guys this, to sew the same time you're sewing all these pockets in place. I should have just told you to sew down the corners. So now we're gonna have to sew down the corners, guys, but you can do that at the same time you sew down your pockets, okay? All your accessories. So just go ahead and sew this corner down as well as this corner down, just to lock it in place. And then that's it. Then we could put our accessories in here, and then we're finished. You should have your end sewn down now, okay? Everything should be intact and in place. Now, let's go ahead and put our accessories, and we are through. Okay, and there it is. That's it, guys. And then we just fold this up, guys. Lock it in, fold it up, and there is your key. And there's your key holder as well, so you can put it in there. Okay, that's beautiful. Once again, you can put, I believe you can put another bag in there too, can fit in there. See, that fits just right. And then the keys go in here, guys. The keys will go right in here, and there's room for that too. Actually, that came out pretty good. I love the way that looks. Beautiful. I love the way it turned out. See that? Let me go ahead and put it so you guys can see it. Everything is locked in place. I love it. And so now we have two purse organizers at this point. And here's one for the keys. And your keys can go right there, guys. And I have my sanitizer as well in there. That's it for this tutorial. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you will see me in my next video. Bye, my YouTubers.